Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon, not here with Geeky Sparkles in this video. She should be back later today. We're fighting off the flu. It's been a real unfun week. That's why we haven't had videos for the last couple days now. We're going to talk about Rooster Teeth in this video. This is very surprising. Rooster Teeth is coming back, but they're coming back under the ownership of Burnie Burns. So that's actually pretty exciting. So we did chronicle the demise of Rooster Teeth under Warner Brothers ownership, and it was quite the poop show, I guess, to watch this corporation just try to turn Rooster Teeth into something that it was not, never could be, which is basically something that could be integrated into the Hollywood system. And it eventually ended with the whole thing collapsing, and they shut it down last year. They sold RWBY off to, let's see, who bought RWBY? Viz Media bought RWBY. So Rooster Teeth no longer has RWBY. But Burnie Burns did buy the Rooster Teeth brand back. And, I think that the only way that Rooster Teeth can be what Rooster Teeth was meant to be is to have, the founders involved, right? And we've seen this time and time again where a corporation will come in and they will buy a company, and the founders either don't stick around or they get so far away from, the core principles, guiding principles, right? The mission statement, I guess, of the company, that it no longer resembles the original company. And it's what the whole ship of Theseus thing, everybody's talking about that again now, I guess. But that's what it was. Rooster Teeth was Rooster Teeth in name only. Almost all the founders had exited at some point or another, and it crumbled. Warner Brothers wanted to turn it into a Hollywood thing, into a podcast thing, and it just failed. So we're going to talk about this. Bear with me here, guys, because I am heavily medicated today, but I'm going to try to make sense of this. So before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Let's see here. This is coming from Deserto. Rooster Teeth revived after original founder Burnie Burns buys the company. Burnie Burns, one of the original founders of Rooster Teeth, has acquired the brand just under a year after it was shut down for good. Back in March of 2024, Warner Brothers Discovery revealed it was shutting down the over 2-decade-old brand after unsuccessful attempts to sell. Well, what was it? That was the thing. It's like, what was Rooster Teeth without the founders, right? Rooster Teeth gained popularity in 2003 with its Halo-based web series Red vs. Blue, and nobody gives a crap about Halo now, do they? And over the years, added shows like RWBY and Genlock. It was the home of the Roost Podcast Network, which was sold as the studio was in the process of closing. Yeah, I do remember that they broke that off. And then they broke off RWBY. Rooster Teeth founder buys brand after closure. Now, I know this is a thing you can do. I know that Warner Brothers, they were kind of having a fire sale. I do know people that have worked with Warner Brothers, and they will sell back pretty much anything at this point, as long as you have the money for it. I mean, I know there's like some cartoon show rights out there floating around. If you have the money for it, you can get your rights back, but you got to pay them however many millions of dollars it is, right? But yeah, on February 5th, Rooster Teeth founder Burnie Burns revealed he had purchased the company's remaining assets after leaving the company back in 2020. Burns posted the announcement on the Rooster Teeth website, revealing that it will now be a part of his production company, Box Canyon Productions. Now, he's actually had a lot of success, I guess, in the podcast space. So, I mean, that might be the direction that they go with it. He said this milestone marks a new chapter for Rooster Teeth as it returns to the hands of its original creator as part of his company, Box Canyon Productions. The announcement explained, under Burns' leadership, the historic brand plans to renew its focus on innovation, community engagement, and the spirit of creativity that first defined its success. Yeah, Rooster Teeth was hugely important to the early internet. I think it was very much YouTube before YouTube. And I mean, it was huge. It was a really big deal. And that was even before RWBY. I mean, it was a big deal. And then they just, like I said, you get these corporations involved. Now, my understanding of what happened or what went down was that they sold to Fullscreen, I think, and then Fullscreen sold. I can't even keep track of who sold what to who, right? But it was like they sold to Fullscreen, and then Fullscreen sold to like RWBY or something, or I don't know. Somehow they wound up under Warner Brothers, but that was not the original intention. They didn't sell directly to Warner Brothers. But the problem is, once you sell your baby, you don't have any say in who they get to sell it to afterwards, right? And that's kind of what happened with it. And then as it changed hands time and time again, you could tell like more and more middle managers were getting involved, and they were like, well, you gotta be this and you gotta be that. And it was really sad to watch them just completely fall off. And this is a channel that had like 10, 12 million subs, and they were struggling to pull in a couple thousand views per video toward the end, and they were doing some god awful stuff. I mean, they were doing some really awful stuff. But it looks like they're going to bring the old logo back. The one that's not as brand friendly, I guess. The one that did you see the new logo? It looked like newer logo. It looked like a restaurant or something. It was like a Chick-fil-A or something. Alongside the news, it said Box Canyon has a full slate of productions for 2025. Including renewed production of some of the platform's classic shows, as well as a new audio adventure called Again. It's unknown when we'll start to see anything new from Rooster Teeth, but it's clear that they're ready to revive the iconic brand yet again. News of the revival spread across social media, thanks to the first post on the Rooster Teeth X account since May 2024, which simply read, "Butts." Well, there you go, guys. Burnie leaving and years later reacquiring Rooster Teeth is something I never thought would happen. Well, again, when your company is not doing well, Warner Brothers is not doing well, anything's negotiable, right? And it could be that he didn't want to pay what they wanted back then, but now since they have a buyer at all, now he can name his price. I don't know. It's interesting though. So here's a press release. This is all they have on their website now, right? Like this is it. This is all they have on the website. So here's the official press release. And it's interesting. You go down here about Box Canyon. Box Canyon Productions, founded in 2023 by Burnie Burns, the creator of Rooster Teeth, is dedicated to innovative storytelling and high quality content across various media platforms. Their Morning Somewhere podcast debuted in 2024 on Spotify at number 1 in the UK, Australia, and Canada. Number 2 in the US. Being number 2 in the US isn't bad. From humble origins in a spare bedroom, Rooster Teeth created the web series Red vs. Blue, an innovative franchise that sparked the growth of a passionate global fandom. From that foundation, Rooster Teeth pioneered a direct-to-consumer lifestyle brand. I hate it when they say that. Direct-to-consumer lifestyle brand for its growing online audience with subscriptions, advertising, e-commerce, and live events. Yeah, I forgot about that. They had the, RTX or whatever expo. At its peak, Rooster Teeth boasted a massive global footprint of more than 30 million subscribers across YouTube, 1.2 unique monthly visitors across its apps, and more than 4 million registered community members. Yeah, it was a huge deal. So, I mean, this is actually the best case scenario for it, is that Burnie would come back and buy it. And, that we would actually have the founders involved with it again, because to bring it back any other way would just be to be dragging the corpse around, I think. And they did that for years, right? So maybe now they can get back to business and get back to being Rooster Teeth. That'd be a nice change, but it's really going to piss off the RWBY stands because RWBY is no longer part of it. So, oh well. I'm going to wrap it up, guys. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.